All right, hello wine drinking people. It's Saturday, May 8th. We're wrapping things up for another excellent week here at the Wine Watch. Some incredible events, some great tastings in the store, and we've got some great stuff coming up for you next week. The Southern Rhone tasting at the Tower Club on Tuesday night, and then the Grade La Rose vertical tasting going back all the way to 1928, including legendary vintages like 49, 57, 61, 64 out of an English bottling and a Chateau bottling, 66, 82, 83, 1990. Check it out on our calendar of events for next week. Grade La Rose tasting at Cafe Max next Friday. All right, well, what have I got to sell you today? Well, it's fitting that we had our cult tasting last night, that we send out a cult wine offering. What is a cult wine? Do they make these wines underneath the full moon? Do they sacrifice some small farm animal while they're producing them? No, the simplest economic indicator comes into play here with the cult wine supply and demand. Most of these wines very low in production, very highly rated, therefore they have become fairly expensive. So we're leading off today's offer with the Eagle. That's right, folks, the wine of the night last night, the Screaming Eagle, the ultimate blue chip in the collectibles realm of cult wines from California. The 2007 Eagle has landed. And we've got 2 bottles in its original wooden box. And then we've got several older vintages of the Eagle. Check out the Colgan. We've got Harlan. We've got Bryant Family. All of the traditional cult classics are on this offer. Sorry, we don't have any Maya. Maya was pretty good last night. But none to sell you today. We do have some new wines from Napa Valley. Some newer cult wines. I don't want to say new. Vineyard 29 is not really new. But 300 case production wine, very highly rated. We tasted every vintage of Vineyard 29 out of Magnum a couple of years ago. Absolutely outstanding to me. One of the greatest wines made in Napa. The 2006 has just been released. It's on this offer. We have a little 2005 left in the store. This is another Philippe Melka wine. What do you need to do to make a cult wine? Well, first thing, you need to have a lot of money. Okay. It's next thing, you need to hire a David Abreu or a Helen Turley to consult for you to plant the vineyard and then to make the wine. Well, I'm sorry, you wouldn't need Helen Turley. You would need her partner in crime, who's her viticulturist, her husband, and then she would make the wine for you. So that's going to cost you about $250,000 a year just for your superstar wine consultant. Then you need to get big scores from Bobby Robert Parker Jr. That's what drives the price up and the cult status. Okay, we've got a new cult wine. I actually went out and visited in Napa, Dana Estate. This is a property to watch in Napa. Mr. Hang Sang Lee bought this property and has turned it around. Well, bought the old Helms property, which is the Livingston Moffett Vineyard, completely has redone the winery there and created an incredible atmosphere to make high quality small production wines. It is an absolute stunning facility, and we have the second vintage of the Helms Vineyard wine, the 2006, on this offer. We only have 9 bottles available. We will be getting the 2007s from this property. We'll be one of the only retailers in South Florida to get these wines direct from the winery. Okay, the Husic Wines we mentioned on an earlier offering. Husic, Frank Husic planted a vineyard right next to the famous Stag's Leap Fay Vineyard, and in 2001, his first release, his first fruit off of this vine, he entered this wine into a blind tasting at the Executive Wine Seminars. That's Robert Parker's group that sits down to meet and taste wines. It came in second place with all the top cult wines of Napa. This immediately created a huge demand. The 2002, 2003, 2004 sold out directly from the winery. We only got a few 6-packs. We do have a fair amount of this 06 to sell, and we will be getting a decent amount of 07. You should check this wine out. It's only $100 a bottle. Did I say only $100 a bottle? Well, if you're a cult wine, that's cheap. Okay, we also have Schrader. Fred Schrader used to be married to Ann Colgan. It took Fred a couple of years to get his own label. 1998 was the first vintage. I have that one on the shelf. Don't buy it. It's not very good. It's made by John Koensgaard. The new wines are made by Thomas Brown, and they are outstanding. The 2006 George's III we have on this offering is the only wine we have left. I'm sorry, 2007 from that vintage, but it is absolutely excellent. Check out that and the rest of the cult wines we've got for you today on our offering. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasone, signing off for the week, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.